And a very warm welcome to each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for being here for the third and final game of this Super Soccer Sunday. Bring it on. Where are we this evening? Well, we're in Italy. Absolutely. It's the Serie A and it's Napoli at home. Napoli against Cagliari. Can't wait. Cagliari. There we go. Put the false teeth back in. I haven't got false teeth really, but there you go. There we go. We're just about to get underway. So a little bit of history about these two teams. Napoli were formed in 1926. Cagliari, 1935. We are at the 𝓳𝓸𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰 Maradona, as we would say in England. Diego Maradona, the stadium of Diego Maradona. Of course, we all know who he is in the footballing world. And this stadium can hold a capacity of up to 55,000 people. But due to COVID rules in Italy, they're only allowed 50% capacity. So there's probably just over 26,000 people inside the stadium on this Super Soccer Sunday evening. I want to say a huge thank you for being here with us. It's going to be an amazing game. Napoli only need 1 point to go above AC Milan into top spot in the league, which I'm sure. And we get underway. That was quick. Well done, BT. There was no camera angle or anything. And we're underway. We are underway in this classic game. Napoli in the light blue shirt, white shorts and blue socks, and they're shooting from my right, heading towards the left. So Cagliari going from left to right. Cagliari in a dark red and a dark blue, almost purpley striped outfit there for this evening's game. So yeah, a little bit of history. So there we go. We know that this stadium has probably got about 25 to 26,000 people in today. Now, as far as their last game, they beat Genoa by 2 goals to 1, and their next game will be away at Fiorentina. So another good game for Napoli coming up very, very soon at Fiorentina. And as far as Cagliari are concerned, well, they lost 4-1 to AC Milan. AC Milan top of the league at the moment, but only momentarily. Their next game will be a home game against Venezia, who we are covering tomorrow evening. We're back in Italy tomorrow evening with Venezia against Torino. So really looking forward to being back in Italy tomorrow afternoon. Well, evening, isn't it? 7:45 here in the UK. Thank you so much for being here. I know that we've got William Walsh in the room. Mega love shout out. C's in the room as well. RH is in the room. Thank you guys for being here, giving your support. Lots of love and lots of care and lots of prayers right back at you. So let's get to the game. 2 minutes in, no real attempts by either side. It's not forward, over onto this left-hand side. It is Napoli on the attack. Now, Cagliari are 19th in the league. They're only 3 spots away from the bottom of the table. And as I already said, Napoli are in second place with just requiring that 1 point. All they need is a draw here at home. But I think we're definitely going to get goals. 4 points for Napoli so far in the season. Played 5, won 5. A slightly different story for poor unfortunate Cagliari. They've drawn 2. We did cover them earlier on in the season and they've lost 3. So they're, right down at the bottom of the league with only 2 points. As it stands at the moment. Now, Cagliari have got a fantastic nickname. They're known as the Islanders. I do like that. And Napoli, basically, they're just known as the Blues. So, nice and easy to remember the nicknames of these two teams. So, thank you for being here for the third and final game of this Super Soccer Sunday. Off we go. It's all been Napoli at the moment. 3 minutes in. It's with Napoli now, out on the right-hand side. On the touchline, looking to get that ball across field, played back onto the halfway line. They play it back to the centre-back now. Very patient in their build-up. Where can they go from here? Sounds like a cue for a song. Did you enjoy the music at the beginning? We've got more coming up at half-time as well. Don't forget, guys, we've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course YouTube. And tomorrow morning, around whatever time, depends how busy I am in the morning, we will be putting up a full list of fixtures for the forthcoming week, right the way up to next Sunday. So you'll know exactly, that is subject to change, obviously, but you will know exactly who will be playing all next week. We've got loads of Champions League games coming up, and we've got a ton of Europa Cup games coming up all next week, and then we hit back into the league on Saturday and Sunday, of course. And a Cagliari player is down out on that far left hand side. He looks okay. He's trying to get up onto his feet. There's the Cagliari manager, Walter. What about my t-shirt? Anyway, let's move on. It's down this near left-hand side. It's gone out for a throw-in to Cagliari on the attack down the near right-hand side. What can they do with this? They've got a throw-in. It's about 35 to 40 yards from goal. They've got to make every attack count, because I don't think they're going to get very much joy against Napoli this evening. Napoli, the clear favourites, but we do love an underdog. We really do love an underdog here on Football Fans Live. So hopefully there could even be an upset, but I can't see it happening. We have got a voting box, guys, where it's a Napoli win, a Cagliari win, a draw, or basically I don't really give a damn, or something like that. If you haven't seen it already, just refresh your page and it will come up and you'll be able to vote. So get your votes in. Tell us who you're supporting. Tell us who you think is going to win. And it's Cagliari down that right-hand side on the attack, on the edge of the penalty area. Lays it off to the left-hand side. He put a little bit too much weight on and he tries to get the cross in across the face of goal. He takes a deflection and the first corner of the game is going to go to Cagliari, surprisingly enough, out on that far left-hand side. And it was Pochettino that put the ball out for a corner kick. So the first real attempt on goal and the first attack could come from the underdogs, could come from, you know, the lower end of the table. Let's have a look. It's got out on that far left-hand side. There's a ton of empty seats. It's an absolute shame. Charlie, hello, my friend. Thank you so much for being here on this Super Soccer Sunday. Right-footed cross onto the front post, and it goes out for a goal kick. He wants a corner kick. He's not going to get it. The referee says it's going to be a goal kick. Charlie, a very warm welcome to you. I hope you've had a wonderful week, my friend. Cheryl's back in the house. Hello, Cheryl Marshall. Mega love shout out to you, Cheryl. Thank you so much for coming back. You've been here. And he did. He changed his mind. The referee has given a second corner kick and it's whipped in left-footed this time. Didn't clear the first defender, but he will get another attempt to get it across the face of goal onto the back post. The header comes in. And Napoli really struggling to get it out of their own penalty area at the moment, being pushed right the way back by the underdogs. And finally, they do get it clear, but it is the Islanders, Cagliari, that are putting the early pressure on the favourites, the clear favourites here. I'm expecting Napoli to win this by 4 to 5 goals, but I expected Tottenham to beat Arsenal by 2 to 3 goals. And in the end, it happened the other way round. So there you go. This is why we love football. It's a crazy, nutty game, and anything can happen. Anything can happen. And here come Napoli now. Up through that centre circle, out onto the right-hand side. He's got two players in advance on the edge of the penalty area. Can he get the cross in? A left-footed cross, and it goes to nobody. Oh, my goodness. It goes all the way through for a throw-in for Cagliari in line with their own penalty area, and that was a complete and utter waste by Napoli there. What were they thinking? What were they doing? And the manager is not happy with that cross at all. He is going ballistic. He's going mental at his players. That was a terrible, terrible cross by Napoli. And it's a throw-in to Cagliari down this near right-hand side. Napoli win it back, but they're inside their own half. They're going to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper, and they do so. So the goalkeeper on the edge of his own penalty area for Napoli plays it to his centre-back. Centre-back bringing it forward towards that centre circle. He's looking for some movement in front of him. He's looking for options. He has no options at the moment. Somebody's got to move for Napoli. Somebody's got to move for Napoli. I hope this isn't going to be like PSG last night. PSG were meant to batter their opposition, and they won by 1-0, and it was a terrible, terrible game in France, you know, and against Man City. Man City will beat PSG with ease if PSG play like that. And they tried to get the cross in. Napoli tried to get the cross in down that far right hand side. It takes a deflection off the left back, who puts it out for a corner kick, and it's going to be a corner kick to Napoli in the 9th minute of this game, out on that far right hand side. What can they do with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light blue shirts inside that penalty area. It's going to be taken left-footed, whipped in to the centre of the goal. Oh, and good headed clearance there, but it's still on the edge of the area. Cagliari get it clear up towards the centre circle. They lay it back. It's picked up by the right back, who knocks it forward over the top, attempts to knock it forward over the top, but fails to do so. And here come Cagliari once again, putting Napoli under a little bit of pressure. Surprisingly, we thought that Napoli would have it all their own way in this game, but the opening 10 minutes so far has proven us wrong. Well, proven me wrong. But there's a long, long way to go. Another 80 minutes in this game. And like I said, Napoli will only need 1 point. They will only need a draw here tonight to go above AC Milan at the top of the Serie A Italian league, which is amazing, And I can't believe they've won 5 out of their 5 games so far this season. So a maximum of 15 points for Napoli, the home side. Out on the right-hand side, gets across into the penalty area. Good defending by Cagliari once again. But another dangerous cross out on that right-hand side. All of Napoli's attacks so far in the opening 11 minutes have come from that left-hand corner. So there must be a weakness to the left back. And it's been chipped over the top into the penalty area, across the face of goal, and there it is in the 11th minute, the very first goal of the game, and it goes to the number 9 of Napoli. Well, I did say about 4-5-0, and you know, those first 10 minutes look really promising for Cagliari, but they've been undone. It was a cross from the right hand side, which was what I was just saying, and there's a weakness with the left back. Whoever's playing in that left back position is very weak indeed. It's the number 9 that places it into the back of the net. The cross came from the right hand side, and the few Napoli fans that are in the stadium are going absolutely crazy. At last, only 11 minutes in, and they have something. They have something to cheer, scream, shout about. And he takes a leapfrog after he scores over the barrier. Oh, dear me. And there we go. The deadlock has been broken. I said there would be goals here tonight, and I knew there would be. And Napoli haven't disappointed. Cagliari could have taken the lead in those first 10 minutes. Do not get me wrong. They're not out of it yet. 1 goal is never enough. It only takes, 2 or 3 minutes and a single shot and a stroke of luck, a lucky deflection, a bad back pass, anything. So, 1 goal to the good are the home team as it stands. And it was Osimhen that scored. Osimhen, the number 11. It wasn't the number 11. They've got that completely wrong. It's the number 9. So I don't know what BT Sport are doing. BT Sport do make a lot of balls ups, being honest, in football. And they've just put up that it was the number 11, and it wasn't the number 11. You can count on me, guys. It was the number 9. But there we go. Doesn't matter. The ball's in the back of the net, and the deadlock has been broken. Now, how will Cagliari respond to this? This is how they're responding. They're down that left-hand side. They're in the centre of the goal. They've got to get the ball out wide. It's on the edge of the penalty area. He tries to get the cross in, fails to do so, takes it to the byline. Now he does get the cross in. The goalkeeper comes and punches it to the edge of his area. But still pressure from Cagliari. They need a quick response. They need a really fast response. Because when a team scores, they lose all concentration. And that is the best time for the opposition to strike back quick, fast, and within a few minutes or so. Yeah, it's watching it again, and it's the number 9. I tell you what, BT Sport, and they're meant to, this is a professional, BT Sport are professionals. They've got people that are paid to type it all in and put it on the screen. And they can't even get that right. Crazy. Yeah, maybe the 11th minute, but they didn't put up the number of the player. But interesting. It was in the 11th minute. It was in the 11th minute, which means that they didn't even put. Yeah, is that the way? That's the way technical directors got it. But at the end of the day, it was the number 9 that scored, broke the deadlock in the 11th minute. And here we go again. It's with the centre back of Napoli up to the halfway line, over the halfway line, into the centre circle. He's got room out on this left hand side, picked up by the number 24 on the edge of the penalty area now. Surely they can't make it 2 in a couple of minutes. It's played across the face of the goal, but good defending by the centre-back who gets it clear and upfield. But it's intercepted by Napoli. Again, this time going down that left-hand channel. What can they do with this? On the edge of the area, number 24 lays it back. Picked up in the middle of the field, played out on that right-hand side, that danger area for Cagliari. He skins the defender. He has to lay it back. He has to lay it back 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 Cagliari players defending inside that penalty area at the moment. They don't want to concede an early second one, because if they get the second conceded, then it's game over for Cagliari. They might as well get their kit bag, get their boots off and jump back on the coach, grab their pizza and enjoy it on the way back. But, yeah, it's only 1-0 and it's still anybody's game. It is anybody's game. Like I said, it only takes one little deflection, one mistake by defence, not thinking about what they're doing. And they're just running the clock down at the moment. They're on the halfway line, out on that far right-hand side. Napoli now into the centre circle. Switch of play, out wide, out onto this left-hand side. A little bit too strong, but Cagliari, the number 15, has just put it out for a throw-in. It's a throw-in to Napoli, in line with the 12-yard box, and now Napoli play it all the way back to their centre-back, back inside their own half, inside the centre circle, up to the halfway line, looking for movement in front of him. Somebody move, come on, jiggle and wiggle and get some space. Let's have it. He has to play it back. They're just frustrating Cagliari at the moment. They're keeping hold of the ball. They're calling upon them. And whenever a Cagliari player gets close... No, the Osman, they've put it up as... Yeah. Yeah, BT do it arse backwards, basically. And they play it all the way back to their goalkeeper, still with Napoli, completely frustrating the living daylights. Talking of living daylights, there's a new James Bond movie coming out soon, but that's got nothing to do with this, but I just saw it advertised earlier. And they make a break down this left-hand side. They've been patient in their build-up. It's with the goal scorer, the number 9. He loses out, but it's picked back up on the edge of the area. Tries to play a nice 1-2 into that penalty area, but a good interception by the right back of Cagliari, or the Islanders. I love the name, the Islanders. And we've got a free kick. We've got a free kick to Cagliari inside their own half. Yep, it was Insigne, the number 24. The number 24 for Napoli, who committed the foul. He was the criminal there. And the free kick's been taken. Switch of play out onto the right-hand side now for Cagliari. They've got to get this response. They at least need an equaliser before half-time. We've got 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes to get that equaliser. It's with the back four. Cagliari playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper in a grey shirt this evening. The referee, the man in the middle, wearing yellow so he doesn't get confused with the rest of the players. I don't know whether that's for his sake or for the players' sake. And here they come down that left-hand side, inside the penalty area, but a good clearance there by Cagliari. Guys, apparently we're having a couple of colour distortions. Shouldn't have with the football because we've used it with this t-shirt a million times. So Sarah's going to continue to fiddle about with that and get that right for you in just a couple of minutes. So bear with us on that one. Bear with us on that one. So that's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there is yellow on the t-shirt. And it's showing us black. Okay, so we need to take it lighter. So Sarah's going to sort that out for you in just a moment, guys. So bear with her, bear with her. It's chipped into the box. Here come Cagliari. He's the only man in there, but they do win a corner. It's the third corner of the game for Cagliari. And again, it's out on that far left-hand side. Can they get the equaliser from this corner? It was a good clearance there. It was a good clearance by the number 26 for Napoli. but he was all alone in the Napoli penalty area. This is a good chance for them. 19 minutes on the clock. He's going to whip it in left-footed. It's going to be an outswinger from the far left-hand side. In comes the corner. This time deep towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, and he's just put it wide. He's just put it wide. The defender was all over him. What decision has the referee given at the moment? What decision has the referee given? I think it did come off of a defender last by the look of it. Let's have a look at that in slow motion. Really difficult to tell. I don't think it did in the end, being honest. And they're arguing. The Cagliari players are arguing with the referee. He's got to be careful, the number 2 for Cagliari. He's going to pick up a yellow card. He's giving it all of this. And the referee, they're saying it's a corner, it's a corner. And, you know, they're having to be pulled away because the referee is not going to give a corner. He's not going to go back on his word. He's a stubborn mule. Just waiting for that kick to be taken. Guys, thank you so much for being here on Football Fans Live for the third and final game. It's been a great day. It's been a great day. So here come Cagliari down that left-hand side. They've got another throw in line with a penalty spot. So this is a good position for them once again. They play it down to the byline. Can he keep it in? He does keep it in. But then Napoli get it clear up towards the edge of their own penalty area. They clear it over the halfway line. And here come Napoli now, down that left-hand side. Good first touch, picked up, neat, tidy by the number 24. Lays it back, played infield. Here they come again on the edge of the penalty area. Takes a lucky deflection out on this left-hand side to Napoli. Keep hold of possession. The light blues, the light blues. The boys in blue, not the police by the way, but the boys in blue here tonight in Napoli. 1 goal to the good in that 11th minute. It was the number 9. And it was a cracking goal. It was a cracking goal. He slotted it home. It was crossed in along the floor from the right-hand side. And he just slotted it home. Nice, neat, inside of his foot. And the goalkeeper stood no chance. With Napoli now, inside the centre circle, inside their own half, played up over the... They're just frustrating Cagliari once again. 21 minutes on the clock. I just hope that Napoli don't sit back now on that 1 goal lead, just like last night when PSG did, and it killed the game. It really did kill the game. I don't know why. That's better. That looks good, Sarah. Good job. It's better than what it was. So you're going in the right direction. And we've got another game tomorrow night, which I might have already told you. So make sure. We've got 750 games coming your way this season, which is absolutely nuts. Games from around the world. And here come Cagliari now. And it's going to be a throw-in. It's a throw-in to Cagliari. But it is in their own half at the moment. Okay, and it's back with the Cagliari goalkeeper. Plays it out onto that far left-hand side. Tucks inside. Laid off. Something's adjusted on the camera then, because we've had this t-shirt with a football about 1,000 times. So... not 1,000 times, but you know what I mean. Technical stuff just frustrates the living daylights out of you. It really does. And there's a foul inside the centre circle, and it's going to be a free kick to Napoli in the 22nd minute of this game. Out onto the left-hand side with the number 6, playing it backwards into the centre circle, picked up by the number 8, plays it out onto that far right-hand side. That's where the goal came from. But they're playing it back. They're playing it back. I don't like this type of football from Napoli at the moment. It's very frustrating. They're keeping hold of it, and I can understand why they're doing it. I can see why they're doing it. But what they're doing is they're running the clock down, and there's a nasty challenge from Napoli on the right back, and he goes to ground. The number 18 goes to ground for Cagliari. And it's going to be a free kick out on this near right-hand side. He's got to get it up. Oh, and stop messing about with it. Now they're asking the goalkeeper to come out and take it. Damn. Tuesday evening, PSG against Man City. It's going to be a good one. And then on Wednesday, which we're definitely covering, at 7 p.m, the coverage will start for Juventus against Chelsea. promises to be a good one. Chelsea need to bounce back. They need to bounce back after this weekend. Can they do it? You'll have to tune in on Wednesday night and find out. And it's a throw into Napoli, inside their own half, down on this left-hand side. Over the halfway line it goes. Played across field. Oh, I'll tell you what, if that had reached him. But it was a very good interception and a very important one by Cagliari inside that centre circle. Because if he hadn't of, then Napoli would have been away. And here come Napoli. It's 3-on-1 at the moment. Takes a right-footed shot across the face of goal. And it goes harmlessly wide and out for a goal kick. He was about 25 yards from goal. Didn't quite get his body behind the ball or his shoelaces. And he just dragged it wide of the right-hand side of the goal. Nutmeg the defender there, though. Got it straight through the middle of the defender's legs. So did well to get it that far. And it was the goal scorer, the number 9. Goal kick taken. Down onto this right-hand side. Napoli pick it up inside their own half. Nice, neat little step over there. Fancy stuff from Napoli at the moment. Good quality football. Just no urgency to go and get that second goal and to double their lead before half-time. I would be going again. I would continue playing like they did in that first 15 minutes of the game. They're starting to sit back a little bit now. Inviting Cagliari onto them. It's with Cagliari on the halfway line, over on that far left-hand side. Tries to play it up and over the top, but it comes to no avail, unfortunately, for Cagliari. And Napoli play it all the way back to their goalkeeper, who plays it out to his left back, picked up by the left back, down this left-hand side with the number 6 now. What can he do with this? He plays it forward, up over the halfway line, and then they go back again. Come on, Napoli. Don't turn this into a boring, shite, crap game. One thing you will know, guys, is that here on Football Fans Live, I say it as I see it. If it's a great game, then I'll say it's a great game. If it's a bunch of crap, then I will say it's a bunch of crap. And if it's okay, then, you know, so be it. But Napoli are doing exactly what PSG did last night. They got the 1-goal lead and then they just sat back. No urgency, no tempo, no pace, no speed in the play or the ball. And the bloody centre-back is telling the left-back to pass it back to the goalkeeper. Why? Bloody go forward, Napoli. Stop pissing about with it. They're starting to get on my rag now, as you can see. And this type of football, like I said, really frustrates the hell out of me. Honestly, I hate pants football. This is meant to be an absolute classic tonight. And now, finally, they do pull forward. Left-footed shot, but it's wide of the goal. Left-footed shot from 20 yards out. He's saying he got impeded on the way through just as he was about to take that shot. But the referee says, no way, Jose. And that's gone all the way through for a goal kick to Cagliari. A chance, at least Cagliari are playing with a little bit of purpose and a little bit of urgency. It's Napoli that are trying. They're only 1 goal up. And like PSG last night, only 1 goal up, and that's how it finished, unfortunately. And they should have won. If they'd have played properly, they would have won by 4 or 5 goals. But and I'm not taking anything away from Cagliari whatsoever. But at the moment, Napoli are playing like a bunch of bananas. And it's going to be a corner kick at last. The cross comes in. Zappa, the defender, heads it out for Cagliari. And it's going to be a corner kick. Now get some more blue bodies into that penalty area. Napoli, there's a lot of dark blue shirts in there defending. They don't want to concede a second before half-time. It's going to be an in-swinger. He's going to take it left-footed. It's out on the far right-hand side. Hold on to your hats. No, he plays it along the floor. What a terrible bloody corner. Oh, my goodness. A 5-year-old Napoli could have done that. How the bloody hell have they won 5 out of 5 with corners like that? He passed it into the penalty area along the floor about 2 miles an hour. And literally the defender for Cagliari walked out, picked it up and cleared it downfield. What a shockingly shy corner from Napoli. I thought they were meant to be a great team. They're second at the moment. Well, they'll be top now because, you know, they're winning by 1-0. You know, but that is absolutely shite. Seriously, a 5-year-old could have delivered a better corner than that. How much money are these guys on? Because they at the moment, whoever took that penalty isn't bloody worth 20 pence. Never mind 20 or 30 or 50 million, whatever they're on. My goodness me, my goodness me. So it's a free kick to Napoli out on the right hand side. It is a good chance for them. It's about 32 yards from goal out on the right hand side for them to get the ball into that penalty area. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light blue shirts on the edge of the penalty area. They're going to run in. There's 2 players stood over the ball at the moment. It's going to be a left-footed cross into the penalty area, and it skims over the head and out for a, oh man, out for a goal kick. Seriously, Napoli, can you not cross? That was shocking. Again, twice in around 3 minutes. Crap crosses from, you know, top of the league, Napoli. You know, I only say it as I see it. I only say it as I see it, guys. So, you know, if I offend, I'm not sorry on that one. You know, I'd rather say, oh yeah, that, you know, rather me lie and go, yeah, that was a great corner or that was a great free kick. No, they were both shockingly shite. And here come Cagliari down that left-hand side. I mean, Napoli are keeping them penned in their own half, but it's very, very slow. The gear at the moment is around 3 to 4 out of 10 for both teams. If anything, I'd put Cagliari, you know, in a fifth. Oh man, Napoli are frustrating me now. They're not only keeping possession and frustrating Cagliari, but they're frustrating me. They really, really are. You know, this is meant to be an absolutely awesome game. I mean, like I said, Cagliari are in 19th place in the league. You know, so, you know, Napoli should be throwing the kitchen sink and everything else, their garage, their shed, their 4 blooming poster bed, whatever they've got, at Cagliari. These are the games where you make the goal difference up. These are the games that you win 4-5-0, you know, and boost, you know, because if it all comes down at the end of the season to goal difference, they will look back on this game and go, do you know what, we should have beaten them by 4 to 5 goals. You know, and that is the way it is in football. That is the way that it goes. And Cagliari have been fouled on the edge. It's Zappa that's gone down on the edge of his own penalty area. So it's going to be a free kick. Let's have a look at that challenge again. Yeah, Insigne came across him, the number 24 for Napoli. And a few of the players are getting involved in that one. But yeah, I mean, he's lucky not to get a yellow card. I don't go much on this referee. And the rest of the Cagliari players, they think he should have a card as well. They're like, you know, having a word, and they're like cross and throwing their arms around the room and things like that. But no yellow card was given, unfortunately. So here come Cagliari now. It's with the centre back. Patient with their build-up, out onto this near right-hand side, up towards the halfway line. Tries to play it down the right-hand side, but it gets cut out. It gets cut out. Where's the goalkeeper? I've just looked at the goal and I can't see the goalkeeper. Why is he not in his goal? Where's the goalkeeper gone for Cagliari? I think he's gone off to get a cornetto. I think that's where he's gone. He's gone to the ice cream van to get a cornetto. Because he wasn't in his goal. That was very, very strange indeed. Anyway, Cagliari down on the far right-hand side, but Napoli win a throw-in on this near left-hand side, in line with their own penalty area. And here come Napoli, walking it out of their own penalty area. Cagliari managing to keep them penned in. They can't move, Shoal says. Absolutely, Shoal. I second that. I would love the opportunity to do that. I would love the opportunity, and I wouldn't take any rubbish. I wouldn't take any rubbish. You know, I'd say it as I say it. And it's whipped into the penalty area, but that's a cracking idea. Yeah, for charity. Why not? I'm going to put that to the FA and FIFA and UEFA and see what they come up with. Anyway, the number 24 with a shot on the edge of the penalty area. But I like the idea, darling. I really do love that idea. And it's still with Napoli on the edge of the penalty area. They can't find a breakthrough. There are 8 Cagliari players back behind the ball defending now. Now they pick it up. Down by the corner flag. And it's flicked over the top, and they force Napoli to go all the way back into their own half. We've only got another 12 minutes left of this half. Thank goodness for that. I just hope that both of the managers have a stern word with their players. You know, they've got to inject some pace and some purpose into this game. Give it some power. PPP. Purpose, pace and power. That's what's required in this game in Napoli tonight. We picked this one over another one because we thought, you know, this will be the one to cover, because I was expecting 4 or 5 goals. We still might have. There's a long way to go, and I'm fully aware of that. So, you know, don't get me wrong. We've still got another 55 minutes of the game to play. But at the moment, it's pretty dull. It's pretty dull, unfortunately. And it makes it, you know, I want to be able to bring you lots of goals, goal malfaction, controversy, and all the rest of it. I think the referee is as blind as a bat. Here come, and it's cleared. Good defending there by Napoli on the edge of their own penalty area, down that left-hand side. But even they're playing it back to their goalkeeper. They're trying to frustrate Napoli now. The table's beginning to turn in the final 10 minutes of this half. And it hasn't been a half to write home about, unfortunately. And, you know, I don't understand why. I really do not understand why. But all in all, thank you for being here for the third and final game of Football Fans Live today. And guys, if you haven't already, please, lovely to see you, Fraser. Thanks for coming back, brother. Smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell, because you don't want to miss any of those 750 plus games that are coming your way in the forthcoming season. Games from all over around the world and from every cup game as well, and cup qualifiers like the World Cup as well. That's going to be coming up in October. It seems like we only had the World Cup qualifiers a couple of weeks ago. Well, it probably was about a couple of weeks ago, but we've got more coming up in October, and we've got more coming up in December, so I can't wait for those. England already through, as good as. Nobody is going to catch England. They're top of their group as it stands at the moment, and by a fair old distance. Anyway, back to Napoli. Still 1-0 to the home team. 36 minutes on the clock. 9 minutes to half-time. Plus whatever the fourth official gives. And he can give anything he wants. You know, that some of the decisions we've seen by the fourth official has been ridiculous. With Napoli inside their own area. A left-footed shot. The goalkeeper going down to his right-hand side and takes the ball. He did lose it as he went down. But there was no incoming strikers for Napoli to pick up the bits and pieces, and so the goalkeeper was able to get his body correctly on top of that ball inside his own 6-yard box. And it's with Napoli now inside their own half. A free kick to Napoli, taken short. And there's confirmation of tomorrow's game, guys, that we're going to be bringing you. Venezia against Torino. Cannot wait for that one. Let's hope that the first half there tomorrow night is better than the first half here tonight. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure it will be. It's a break down that right-hand side by Napoli, and it goes out for a corner. So another corner in the 38th minute of this game for Napoli. And that shows the urgency. The guy going over to take the corner is walking like a snail. I know snails don't walk, but you know, the pace that he is going, there's just no urgency. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Somebody explain to me. Fraser says. That'll be a good game. That'll be a good game, Fraser. Man City, Liverpool next weekend. We may be bringing that one. We have covered Liverpool quite a lot so far this season, and Man City, but we'll have to wait and see. See what's about. And the corner came in, and it went to nothing, basically. It absolutely went to nothing. Inside the penalty area, Cagliari defending like there's no tomorrow at the moment. And they've won a throw-in out on this right-hand side. Goal scorer, a sim man, giving it away. 6 minutes to go to half time. We're about 10-15 yards from the halfway line. Cagliari playing it all the way back to their goalkeeper. I think Cagliari would be happy going in at half time at that just 1 goal down, you know, and they can get some refreshments, they can get some new instructions, they can come out in the second half with a new game plan and take it from there. Because, yeah, I thought that Napoli, and they should be, if they'd have played with some urgency, would be 2 or 3 goals to the good by half time. But that is not the case. It's still anybody's game. Cross comes in. Oh, and the defender, I tell you what, it was a cross from the left to the right by Cagliari. And the defender just got there in the final seconds on the back post and managed to head it clear. And then Cagliari have just given away a silly free kick down by the corner flag, down on this far right-hand side. And it's going to be a free kick. But that was a great cross, left-footed from left to right. And I tell you what, if that defender hadn't got his head on it, then it would have been an equaliser. It would have been an equaliser because he was in a perfect position. We're waiting for that free kick to be taken by Napoli, down by their own corner flag, out on this near right-hand side. Now it's been taken up towards halfway line. Picked up on the halfway line by Cagliari. Here they come. No, he turns around and goes backwards once again to his centre-back, across field to the left-back. Out onto the left wing. 14 minutes gone, 5 minutes to half-time. I really can't wait for the half-time whistle. Not because I don't want to do this, guys. It's because I want their managers to give them both a good kicking up the jacksie, and get some urgency and some purpose in their game. Because the speed and the level and the pace, it's not even a 5 out of 10. It's about a 3 out of 10. But here come Cagliari down that right-hand side. What kind of a cross was that? It was onto the edge of the area, but Napoli do get it clear. But I'll tell you what, Cagliari are finishing this second half the stronger team. They've just got to be careful they don't get caught on the break. And I think that is what Napoli are counting on. 4 minutes to half-time, plus whatever time we get from the fourth official when he holds his board up. It's with the number 18 in the centre of the field. Out onto that far left-hand side. Here come Cagliari, the Islanders, as they're more better known. Play back in field. Just looking for some movement and some space in front of them. Come on, wiggle and jiggle. Make that space, guys. Left-footed out onto the far left-hand side. Oh, man, and it goes straight to a blue head, a blue shirt, and they get it clear down the far right-hand side. But I would say, and that was another bad piece of play by Pochettino. He's just given, there was nobody to pass to, and he just kicked the ball out of play. An absolute waste by Pochettino. And it's going to be a throw-in. Here come Cagliari on the edge of the area. Oh, and it's chested back and into the goalkeeper's arms. They just can't deliver that killer ball in the final third. That is Cagliari's problem at the moment. And we saw them early in the season. I think it was a 2-2 draw. I think it was. Or even a 3-3 draw. And it was a really, really good game. And I thought, wow, Cagliari are going to be right up there. But since then, they've lost 3 games on the trot. And it's not been a good time for the away side, for the Islanders. And we're back to walking pace with Napoli. With the back four, they're basically just stood around like they're waiting for a bus, holding on to the ball, inviting Cagliari forward, inviting Cagliari to put all their players forward so then they can chip it over the top and catch them on the counter-attack. Of that, I'm sure. 2.5 minutes to go. Come on, Napoli. It's like pulling teeth at the moment, guys. You're top of the league. You're meant to be, you're meant to be an amazing team. What they're showing, I'll tell you what, if Napoli had been playing against a better team, and nothing against Cagliari, if they'd have been playing against a better team tonight, then if Napoli playing like this, they'd be losing no matter what. I'm telling you that now. Down that left-hand side, Switch of play out onto the far right hand side. Here come Napoli up towards that corner flag. Can he get the cross in? He attempts to. Good sliding tackle there by the left back, and he puts it out for a corner kick, and it's another corner. Well, I hope this one is better than the last pile of crap that came across from the corner. Napoli with a corner out on that far right hand side. And we're back for the second half. Is it going to be any better? I sincerely hope so. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure that both sets of managers had stern, harsh words with their players at halftime. It's going to be Cagliari that get us underway in this second half. And there we go. This time Cagliari going from my right to my left-hand side, and Napoli going from left to right. Cagliari, the away team, in dark red and dark blue. And I thought I would change my top and put blue on, so I'm supporting both teams at the same time. And Napoli, of course, in their light blue and white shorts kit today here at home. They lead by 1-0. If you guys are just joining us now on Football Fans Live, the first half was fairly dull. So we're hoping that it's going to pick up a little bit. We're going to get a little bit of grit and guts and determination and positivity and endurance in this second half. We want lots of goals from both teams and lots of goal mouth action. That's exactly what we want to bring you here on Football Fans Live, because it's your channel. It's not ours, it's yours. And if you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up. And I want to say, actually, why there's nothing happening. It's very slow start to the second half. Here come Napoli. I'll come back to it in a second. Here come Napoli down that right-hand side. Can they double their lead at the beginning of this second half? They started the first half very, very sprightly. It was only when they went 1-0 up that they started to take their foot off the pedal, which was very disappointing. Yeah, I just want to say a magnificent, huge, humongous thank you to everybody that has subscribed and got us to that 600 mark. That was the goal at the beginning at the weekend. I said, wouldn't it be great if by the end of the weekend we would have 600? So thank you, each and every single one of you who are subscribers to Football Fans Live. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell. And remember, sometimes YouTube turn off the notification bells, and it's like very, very strange indeed, but that's just YouTube for you. And they do take your subscriptions away. If you subscribe, sometimes they will unsubscribe you. But anyway, thank you so much from the bottom of mine and Sarah's heart. You guys are amazing. Like I said in the text, you guys simply rock. And well done, Fraser, for hitting 80 subscribers today as well, my friend. Huge congratulations to you, brother. We need to get hold of your channel so we can get over there and give some love back. Right, here come Napoli now on the attack down that far left-hand side. 48 minutes on the clock. Can they double their lead, or can Cagliari get that equaliser that they did so desperate? I tell you what, if they could get a draw here, that would be like winning the World Cup for Cagliari. It really would. Not looking at the way that Napoli are playing, but, you know, it would mean a real lot to the team of Cagliari. Yeah, Napoli, I saw Fraser, I didn't get a chance to respond to him. I saw Napoli are first, AC Milan second, and Inter Milan third as it stands at this moment in time, unless Cagliari can come back and win this game. You never know. You never know. Football's a funny old game, my friend. Football is a funny old game. And if you're here for the very first time, then a huge, humongous thank you. And you're very warmly welcomed from the bottom of our hearts. And it's great to see you. If you are back, which I know a lot of you are, for the 50th, 60th, 70th, 80th. This is well over 100 games now. I haven't looked to see how many, but we've done well over 100 games in the last couple of months or so. Thank you for your continued support. It really does mean the world to me and Sarah. So thank you so much. Anyway, let's have, just in case there's new people in the room, let's have a little bit of history. We're playing at the Stadio Diego Maradona, obviously named after the fantastic world-class footballer Diego Maradona from Argentina. It can hold just under 55,000 people in the stadium when it is at full capacity, but due to COVID and Italian rules at the moment, they're only allowed 50% inside their football grounds as it stands. Let's hope that things get back to normal for the Italians. Next up for Napoli will be Fiorentina. So that one's coming up very, very soon. And they've been around since 1926 was the year that Napoli was founded. As far as Cagliari, who are also known as the Islanders, well, they've been around since 1935. And their ground is called the Unipol Domus, or Domus. The Unipol Domus. And that can hold around 16, almost 17,000 people. So it's a little bit smaller than this one by a long shot. It really is. And next up for Cagliari, they will be at home to Venezia, who we are covering tomorrow. Venezia against Torino at 7:45 British Standard Time. So it'd be great to see a lot of you amazing football fans, family here with us, taking on that game tomorrow evening. Here come Napoli, out on the edge of the area, on that left-hand side, played out wide, into the area, and a left-footed shot, took a deflection on the way through, and it's going to be a corner kick to Napoli, out on that far left-hand side. Insigne winning the corner.
Need 18 more for 125 uploads, but I don't know if that's what the cane things and the music.
Right, it's going to be a right-footed corner out on that left-hand side. There's plenty. 1, 2, there's 6 light blue shirts. It's going to be whipped onto the edge of the area. Fooled everybody, and a left-footed shot. And that would have looked good on a rugby pitch. Oh, Politano, he put that about 30 yards over the crossbar. Absolutely shocking. And the manager's just walked away. The Napoli manager, Lucchini, has just walked away, and he's like, I can't believe that bunch of rubbish. Seriously, that was worse than poor. Fraser says, Kane, I know, we watched him today, mate, and honestly, you know, we covered the game, and again, he was shockingly shite. Harry Kane is not worth 50 pence, never mind 125 million. Seriously. He had, I think we were about 38 minutes into the game, and he had 2 touches of possession. He was the least player on the pitch with the least amount of touches. 2 touches he'd had in the 38 minutes of the game, and it was ridiculous. One of his shots, his first shot, went just like that one did, about 30 yards over the crossbar. He got one good shot, which was later on in the game, and one header that came close, and a right-footed shot from the edge of the area from the goal scorer, number 9, and the goalkeeper goes down to his left-hand side and saves it. Yeah, but Harry Kane is nowhere near worth that. Son, however, is, you know, not worth that amount of money, but he's worth a damn sight more than Harry Kane. He's the only decent player in the Tottenham side at the moment. They had such a great start to the season, and then they've gone and ballsed it up in the last 3 games. Won 3, lost 3. He's not, mate. You're absolutely right, Fraser. He is not. Tell you what, I wouldn't give my... Yeah, I'm not even going to say it because it's rude. But Napoli, 10 attempts on goal. Cagliari with only 3 attempts on goal. But still, there's only that 1 goal difference that separates these 2 teams. And as long as it stays like that and the game continues, Cagliari will have the faith and the belief, I hope, that they can go on and steal something in this game away from home. Like I said, if they could get a draw, that would be a win for Cagliari. It really would. And Napoli would miss their chance to go top of the Serie A. And they're back to walking. They're on the halfway line. Napoli are just walking with the ball. And half of the time, they just stood still with it. They just stood still. I don't understand. Do they not realise this is called football and it's not walking football? Because you can get walking football, but this is not meant to be it. But I think some of the Napoli defence and midfielders are a little bit confused. I think that maybe they've watched their granddad do walking football and they've thought, yeah, so that's how we're meant to be doing it. Because they're doing it again now on the halfway line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. It took them nearly 15 seconds to pass the ball forward, and now they played it back. He's put his foot on it. He stood on the halfway line with his foot on it. What the bloody hell are Napoli playing at? Seriously, Napoli, you shit your pants. You really are. You're a bunch of frilly underpants, Napoli. Because this isn't football. This is just boring old bag of shite. I know they're trying to get Cagliari to move forward so then they can break them down at the back. But don't just stand there for nearly a whole minute. And he's just given away a penalty. Oh my goodness, suicidal. It was the number 9. He got into the penalty area. He took it down to the byline to get the cross in. And he's got his hands all over his shirt. The number 2 for Cagliari. And then what he does, he cuts across him, right-footed. And with his following foot, he whips out his leg. And he's given a bloody penalty away. Suicidal. And that is it. That is game over for Cagliari. They are the creators of their own demise. That was simply pathetic. Seriously, Cagliari. No wonder you're 19th in the league. This will be game over now because they were waiting. And I'll tell you, Walter, the Cagliari manager, he's like this. He's like, what the bloody hell was he doing? What the bloody hell was he doing? What the bloody hell was he doing? I don't know what bloody hell was he doing is in Italian, but, you know, I'm sure he was saying words to that effect. Probably a lot worse. So, it's going to be the number 24 for Napoli. It's Insigne. Is he going to put it in? If he puts it in, it's all over. It's all over. And then Napoli, this game will go from bad to worse because Napoli will waste time even more. Up he steps, right-footed, back of the net, boom, get in, thank you. Have a wooden spoon, it's in the back of the net. He holds his arms up to the fans. Love hearts to the camera. There we go. That's what he's just done. And so do all the players, And there it is. It's all over. And do you know what? I can't wait for this game to finish now because I know what's coming. I know for the next 33 minutes, we're going to get time wasted. And it was a clear penalty. Absolutely. Stupid defender. Absolutely stupid. It's the number 2. I don't know what he was thinking. And he smashed it straight down the centre. The goalkeeper did get the slightest. He dived to his right-hand side and he got the slightest of touches on it. But there you go. It's all over. And the Napoli fans at home tonight. It's a perfect end to a perfect weekend, to a perfect Sunday evening. They will be celebrating long into the hours and they will stay top now. They will stay top because Cagliari aren't going to come back from 2-0 down. It ain't going to happen. Osimhen and Insigne with the 2 goals for Napoli. And we thought they were wasting time before. You wait for the next 32 minutes. I just hope now that Cagliari can get hold of the ball and they just go for it. You know, and if they get punished by 4-5-0, then the referee's having a word with the number 4. What's he doing? He's taking the ball off the number 4 for Cagliari. And it's like, he's having a word with a 4th official. I think it's a change of ball, actually. No. And now he's got on with the game. What on earth was all that about? Now, it's because sometimes when the referee just goes and takes the ball off the player, it's because the ball's going down. You know, it's got to be a certain pressure and all the rest of it. And I thought that's what happened, but I didn't see them change the ball. That was very... I told you this ref was a little bit doodally. Okay, so here come Napoli once again. I don't know, maybe Napoli might think, do you know what, we can go on and win it and, you know, and take it even further. We're going to win it anyway. And now they do. They pick up the pace once again, Napoli. Maybe they're going all out now and they just are. We've got a yellow card. Another. Cagliari have got to be careful now because what they're doing, they're just chucking themselves into tackles. It's the number 40. I can't even pronounce his name, but the number 40 goes flying in 2-footed and gives away a silly foul and picks up a yellow card. They've got to be so careful that they, you know, they think about it and they don't lose the plot because before they know it, they'll be down to 10 men and they'll be 9-0 down if they're not careful. So it's a free kick to Napoli. About 20 27 yards from goal, out on that far left-hand side. It's well within shooting distance. And this, if it goes in, it will be the nail in the coffin. I mean, we all expected, up until that second goal, we all expected, well, now that second goal's gone in, realistically, but, you know, Cagliari were in with a chance. But at the beginning of the game, I thought, you know, they would get battered anyway. They would get battered like Tottenham Hotspur today against Arsenal. It was a great game. It had its moments of lullness, but in general, it was a really good game. First half was magnificent, and the last 20 minutes were magnificent. Okay, left-footed shot comes in, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Good save by the goalkeeper, but there wasn't really any threat. You know, the free kick was over the wall. He dipped it well over the wall, and there wasn't enough power in it, being honest, and it didn't trouble the goalkeeper. It was straight into his arms, into his chest, and another foul. Stop it, man. Come on, Cagliari, get a grip. Oh, man. They've just given, Lorenzo's gone down, the number 22, on the touchline. On the touchline there. And we're back in play. It's with the back four, Cagliari. They've got to just go for it now. It's do or die. It's do or die for the Islanders. You know, they dive off the island into the sea, and they'll either sink or swim. Simple as. Simple as. It is a do or die situation. They've just got to keep hold of the ball for the next 2-3 minutes just to take this thing out of it, and then go again. And a header, it's chipped into the penalty area, and it's a header, but it's no problem for the Napoli goalkeeper, Ospina. Fraser. It was a deserved penalty. The goal scorer got taken out by the number 2. And what he did, he slid in for the tackle, and he missed the tackle. So he brought his back leg, his following leg, all the way through onto the back of the calf. And it literally made the number 9 do the splits. So it was a terrible piece of defending. Absolutely suicidal, desperate. You know, he didn't have to do it. You know, that defender needs no wages for the next 6 months, I'm telling you, after a challenge like that. But now Cagliari have lost their head, and they're diving in left, right and centre, and they've gone and done it again, for bloody hell's sake. Cagliari, get some focus, get some control with your tackles. And they're just fouling left, right and centre now. They're just fouling left, right and centre, and it's breaking the game up, and that's working in Napoli's favour. I mean, they're not going to come back. They're not going to come back. We've got to be truthful. We've got to be honest. And I say it as I see it. And so far, what I've seen from Cagliari, there's no chance of them getting back into this game. Nothing against them whatsoever. Just saying what I see on the screen and how the game is going, you know, how it's panning out. And at the moment, it's just panned out perfectly, because Cagliari have lost their head. They're flying in, giving free kicks away. Then Napoli are wasting as much time as they can, running that clock down, taking the free kick. Up onto the halfway line, out on that far left-hand side. Here come Napoli, out on the left-hand side. Play down the line towards the corner flag, onto the edge of the penalty area. Turns to the defender. Can he get the cross in? Turns him a second time, lays it back. And why is he walking in the penalty area? Why is the Napoli players walking in the penalty area? Right-footed shot, and it goes wide. Harmlessly wide. Terrible miss there, terrible miss there. But you've got Napoli players with the ball inside the penalty area, and they're just like standing with it and walking with it. It's like zip it around. You've got to zip the ball in the danger zone. You know, the clue is in zone for Z and zip. Zone, zip, zone, zip, zip, zone. In the danger zone, zip the ball around, and then it confuses the defenders. Oh man, I'm mismanaging so much. I haven't done it for about 50 years, but there you go. Well, not quite 50 years. But yeah, there we are. There we are. Cagliari playing it all the way back to their goalkeeper. Out onto his left-hand side with the left back. He plays it to the goalkeeper, back to his own goalkeeper, nearly letting the Napoli forward. That was suicidal defending once again. They are the creators of their own destruction here tonight in Napoli, especially with that second goal. Nuts. Nuts all hazelnuts. That's what the Cagliari players are. I haven't had one of them in years. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Oh, good. All I can think about is making some dinner. You know, it's been a long old day. Church, 10 o'clock this morning, and then we haven't stopped. But we love doing it, so thank you, each and every single one of you. A mega love shout out. We really appreciate your company, and please do join us tomorrow evening as we bring you Venezia against Torino. Out on the right hand side, inside the penalty area, he lays it back. Why did he lay it back? Go forward, man. Napoli on the attack once again with the number 21. Lays it to the byline, 6 yards out, puts it across the face of the goal. Nobody's there. They're messing about with it. Just get a shot in, somebody. And they try to walk it into the penalty area. Oh, and a yellow card for diving. I thought he'd given a second penalty to Napoli, and he's not. He's booked. He's actually booked the Napoli goal scorer of the first goal, the number 9, and his players are pushing him away because he's giving it all that. He's like that, the referee. He's saying that he was pulled back as he tried to go through. Let's have a look at it. He did have a touch on his arm, but not enough to bring him down and make him roll 3 or 4 times on the floor. And now there's hugs all around. He felt his backside then. You cheeky little monkey, number 9. He got the Cagliari defender and he went, oh, and had a squeeze of his backside. What's his butters like? Do share. It's great to see, you know, footballers having a bit of fun. But yeah, he got booked for that dive inside the penalty area there. The goal scorer, the number 9 of that first goal score. That first goal in the 11th minute. Sorry about that, guys. Wrong hole. 67 minutes gone in this game. We've only got 23 minutes left. It has become a little bit more entertaining in this second half, and thank the Lord for that one. And it's with the Cagliari goalkeeper. Don't drop the pace, guys. Don't drop the pace. Big kick, right-footed, downfield, out onto that far right-hand side. Met by a Cagliari head, but then the left-back picks it up, and there was an offside anyway. Ah, dear. And it's with Napoli deep inside their own half. I can hear Sarah tapping away there, my technical director, Sarah. So keep the live chat going, guys. Keep those messages coming. And if you're wanting to have a chat and you can't, just hit the subscribe button and then wait 1 minute. It's only 1 minute, and then you'll be able to chat. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yeah, that's all you've got to do. Just smash that subscribe button. And if you haven't already, don't forget the notification bell, because over the next season and thereafter, we've got over 750 games from around the world, including cup games as well, not just league games from around the world. It's on the edge of the penalty area with the number 21. Tries to get the crossing right-footed, but well defended on that front post. It's going to be a throw-in to Napoli in line with the penalty spot out on this near right-hand side, and we're going to get a substitution. I think both teams are going to make a substitution now. 𝓳𝓸𝓷𝓷𝓷𝓰 is coming on for Cagliari. Both teams are making a double substitution, actually. I'll wait till it happens. But the number 9, 𝓳𝓸𝓷𝓷𝓷𝓰, is coming on for Cagliari. They're going to make 2 substitutions in the 68th minute, 69th minute of this game now, as the clock just turns. And off goes the number 14 and 40. And on comes the number 12 and 23. Elmas is coming on for Napoli. Elmas comes on. 𝓳𝓸𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰 comes on. And Politano's going off. Okay. Politano's gone off. And Țelinski is going off for Napoli as well. So Politano off and Țelinski. Politano's had an okay game. You know, he's been in the thick of it for most of it. You know, most of these 69 minutes. And he's, you know, it's just that first half, you know, that was ball breaking for me. That was like pulling teeth at the dentist. It really was. But, you know, luckily the second half, both teams have taken up a couple of gears. And here come Napoli inside the penalty area. Do you know what frustrates me about Napoli? And they've just done it for about the 50th time in this game. They're inside the penalty area and then they pass it outside the area. What is the bloody point of getting it into the penalty area if you're going to pass it back out of the penalty area? Left-footed shot, oh, and it just goes wide of the right-hand side of the post from Napoli there. He was about 22 yards out. He caught it on the edge of the box. But yeah, Napoli have done that. It's the sub. He's only just come on. The number 99. She gets fed well. Feed the tech, feed the tech. And 𝓳𝓸𝓲𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰 with that shot there that was driven wide into the final 20 minutes of this game. The home team, Napoli, leading by 2-0. I would say there's only about 20,000 people, if that, inside the stadium tonight, which is a bit of a shame, but it is a Sunday evening, late in Napoli at the moment, and people have got work first thing tomorrow morning. You know, people are with their families, they're tired from a busy weekend and all the rest of it. I don't think late Sunday nights are a great time to have a football match, being honest, but that's just one of my things. Cheryl, thank you so much. Yeah, we do deserve a nice dinner. It'll probably end up being something like pot noodle or, you know. Sarah saying yes as well. Oh, please, please, please. I don't know, we've got a bit of fish in the fridge. Maybe we could do that. Yeah, depends what time we come off. Anyway, but thank you. We really do appreciate all of your support. It means the world to us here on Football Fans Live. And it's a throw into Cagliari inside their own half by their penalty spot. Played forward now. Out onto that far right-hand side. Cagliari pick it up on the right-hand side. Tell you what, if they got one now, with 20 minutes to go, it would be game back on. It really would. But I can't see them doing it. You know, I'd like to be proven wrong. Absolutely. I'll take, you know, I'll lift up my hands. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take it. I tell you what, that Napoli goalkeeper keeps coming out of his area and he's got no reason to. It's a very dangerous game to play. It only takes one of his defenders to, you know, misplace a pass. And then the goalkeeper would be in serious trouble. He keeps just walking out of his, I don't know what he's doing. I think he's having a chat with somebody in the crowd. He keeps walking to the side of the pitch and giving it all that. And here come Napoli on the edge of the penalty area, inside the penalty area, but good defending on the edge of the area. Lines up a shot, he doesn't, he changes his mind. It's with the number 11, tries to get the cross back in, it's bouncing around inside that penalty area. And finally, and eventually it goes back to the goalkeeper. I think there was an offside there. And the goalkeeper for Cagliari is like this. He's trying to get the 10 men in front of him to, you know, start attacking. The time, he knows the time is ticking, and he knows realistically they could have got something out of this game. We've only got 18 minutes left now for Cagliari to get something from this. And if they hadn't have had that stupid penalty, that really silly penalty in the second half, then it still would have been game on. It was suicidal. I don't know what the defender was thinking. You know, I'll tell you what, if I'd have had my hands over my eyes like that, I would have seen that that was a penalty. Do you know what I mean? It drives me bonkers. 1:16 in the afternoon, Morris. Fantastic. I don't even know what time it is here. 9:16. 9 p.m. 16. Yeah, 9:16 p.m. should I say. But there we go. There we go. So that's not bad. It's only been 12 hours so far that we haven't stopped. So bring on some more hours. Let's have some more. And it's with Napoli inside their own half, up over the halfway line, out onto his right-hand side. He's into the penalty area, but his first touch let him down. He overstepped the ball, and Cagliari get it clear up towards the halfway line. I can see the Cagliari manager, Walter, and he's out on the touchline there, and he's screaming, and his arms are failing, and he's like, come on, get on with it, come on. And he's screaming instructions, but I think it's fallen on deaf ears with Cagliari tonight. It really, really has. 74 minutes on the clock, only 16 minutes left of normal time. And I don't think we've even had one injury in the second half. Not yet. And I always say that, and then we get them. So I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't say that. That's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Well, all I can say is bring on tomorrow night's game now. Yep, Venezia against Torino. You say Torino, I say Torino. Let's call the whole thing off. Sounds like a cue for a song. Anyway, it was a cross into the penalty area by Napoli down this near right-hand side. Knocked up by Cagliari over the halfway line. It's too far forward, it's too strong, and it's an easy clearance downfield for the Napoli defenders. Cagliari pick it up inside their own half. He's like, come on, give me some movement. Come on, I need somebody to pass to. In the end, he had to turn around and pass it back to his goalkeeper. That's nuts, isn't it? When your own players are saying, come on, somebody move. You know, he's looking around and he's getting no movement from his teammates. And that, you know, you can imagine that would frustrate the living daylights out of me. Never mind the players on the pitch right now. But yeah, lack of movement, especially in that first half from both teams. But the second half has been a lot better. Well, it's been better. I'm not going to say a lot better. It's not been fantastic, but it's not been bad like the first half was. So that's a good thing. And here come Napoli on the edge of the area. Good interception there. Vital interception by the right back. Plays it up to the halfway line. That's a really good, neat, tidy pass. And it's down on this near left-hand side. He needs players to move in front of him. How many times do I have to say it? Over the halfway line. With Cagliari, switch of play. Back inside that centre circle. Out onto the left-hand side. No, he changes his mind. He's got no movement. And he's taken down from behind. And it's the number 7. It's the number 7, Elvis, that's just come on. He's only been on the pitch, what? 6, 7, 8 minutes? Something like that. One of the subs, and he's just picked up a yellow card, and rightly so, rightly so. And this is a good position, 15 minutes to go in this game, and I tell you what is the... Walter, the manager of Cagliari, has got his hands on his knees, and he's looking down on the floor, as if he's lost a contact lens or something like that. He's like, looking on the floor. Very, very strange camera angle that from BT. But what was the manager of Cagliari doing? And we're going to get another substitution now. And it's the goal scorer. He's done his work. He goes off in the 76th minute. So a huge round of applause for the goal scorer of the first goal in the 11th minute. And he gets a round of applause from all the fans as he leaves the pitch. Both goal scorers, Insigne's going off as well now. The goal scorer of the second goal, the penalty, Insigne. So they've taken off both of their goal scorers. They're thinking that now it's job done. They're just going to secure that defence, strengthen that defence, and see out the final 13 and a half minutes of this game. And both players get a huge hug from the Napoli manager. I want one. I want a huge hug. Okay, we're about 32 yards from goal. Right-footed shot. Oh, man, straight. You're not going to beat the goalkeeper from there along the floor. Seriously, Cagliari, no thought in that free kick. About 32, 33 yards from goal, centre of the goal, and he walloped it, right-footed, straight into everybody in the penalty area. They've got a throw-in out on this right-hand side, down towards the corner flag, trying to win that corner. Can he do it? He's still got hold of it on the corner flag. No, it goes out for a throw-in to Cagliari, right on the corner flag, down on this near left-hand side of the pitch. And it's going to be the number 4. Caqueras is going to take it. He's just taken the previous one. He's going to take this one. This one, he's lining up for a long throw. This is why haven't they been doing this earlier? Why haven't they been doing this earlier? Long throw into the penalty area. Cleared. On the edge of the area, Cagliari pick it up, tries to chip it back in, out onto this near left-hand side. There's nobody there, and the right back for Napoli picks up the ball and clears it downfield over that halfway line. Picked up down this near right-hand side. Does he keep it in? He doesn't. It was the number 7 sliding to keep it in, but he couldn't. Unbelievable. Right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Here come Cagliari with the back 4 up over the halfway line. Like I said, if they could get one, that would just give them that little glimpse of hope. That little glimpse of hope of getting at least a point from this game. But they're passing, and have they had any shots? They must have had a couple of shots. They're passing, you know, in this game. Their crosses, their free kicks have been absolutely awful. So I can't, and they've just given it away again. And it was the long throw specialist for Cagliari. He's just given it straight back to Napoli under no pressure, no circumstances whatsoever should have led him to misplace that pass. And now it's with the back 4 at Napoli. They're just going to run down those seconds. 11 minutes to go, guys. 11 minutes to go in this game. Plus any injury time. But again, I still don't think we've had any. Guys, if you haven't already, please do smash that thumbs up. I know the thumbs up are getting more and more, so that's a great sign. So thank you all so much for doing that. And if you haven't casted your vote yet, then just... Oh, and it was across from the left-hand side. It goes across the face of the goal, and Cagliari escape once again. They do escape once again, but they're penned back inside their own penalty area. Now it's cleared down this near right-hand side. I've got what I was saying now. Yeah, about the vote. If you haven't casted your vote and you can't see a little blue box, then just refresh your page, and of course it will appear as if by magic. Also, guys, we've got Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. I've missed one. That's it. I haven't missed one. And tomorrow morning, I will be putting up a full list of the games for the next week. So make sure that you check that one out as well, so then you can mark it in your diaries or whatever you do on your mobile phones. And also make sure that you've hit that notification bell. So if you haven't put it in your diary, then you will get a notification. But 7:45, and every game I will tell you what's coming up over the next couple of days as well, just so you don't miss out, because I don't want any of you to miss out, because sometimes if you haven't got these channels, this is the only way to get it. So thank you so much. It's with Napoli inside their own half into the final 10 minutes now. Play back to the centre-back. That was dangerous. They've given it away. It's chipped forward. It's 3-on-1. Here come Cagliari. He's taken too long about it. He's still got the ball. Tries to lay it back. He's laid into the penalty area. And then they bloody give it away. Oh, my goodness. It was 3-on-1 for Cagliari then. 3-on-1. And that was an absolutely golden chance to get a goal back with 9 minutes to go. And they bloody well wasted it. How daft are they? As daft as a donkey. No offence to donkeys. I love them. They're beautiful creatures. But, yeah, Cagliari just haven't got a clue. Again, they tried to walk it into the penalty area instead of passing it amongst it. It was 3-on-1. It was 3-on-1. They had so much space in that penalty area, and they absolutely fluffed it. Absolutely fluffed it. You know what? You know, I don't know what all the Napoli players were doing that far forward, because the Napoli players were completely asleep. Here come Napoli down that left-hand side, 82 minutes, 8 minutes to go of normal time. I don't think, like the first half, I don't think we're going to get any injury time. We shouldn't. Napoli trying to walk it into the penalty area once again. That frustrates me when teams try to do that as well. We've got a Cagliari player down there. The referee's not seen it. They've carried on and play. It's out on this left-hand side. Picked up by the number 4, the long throw specialist. Onto the edge of the area, and Cagliari wastes it, and it goes all the way through to the Napoli goalkeeper, who picks it up and throws it out right-handed to his left-back. They bring it up over the halfway line. Into that centre circle they go. Here they come again. The boys in blue are on the march. And they pass it back to the back 4. Just going to run down this final 7 minutes. Passing it amongst themselves with the substitute. Inside the centre circle with the back 4 once again. Played out onto this left-hand side. He's got space down that left-hand side, and he passes it back. Don't pass it back. Get on with the game. Cagliari win it back. So here they come down that left-hand side. What's he doing? He's faffing around with it again. He goes down under a challenge. The referee says, no way, Jose. Carry on with the game. Get on with it. So Napoli win the ball back. Here they come and out. 30 yards from goal. 25 yards from goal. Takes a right-footed shot and straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. It was one of the substitutions, Lorenzo, and he put it straight down the throat. He hit it right-footed from about 20 yards out, and that was straight at the goalkeeper. Too easy for the goalkeeper. But the Cagliari goalkeeper saves it from being 3-0. Do you know what? 2-0 against top of the league. Cagliari 19th in the league. And only 2-0. If it stays like this, we're going to get another substitution in the 85th minute. A double substitution. So 2 fresh pairs of legs for Cagliari with 5 minutes to go. Can they make a difference? Can they make a difference? I can't see it. I can't see it, but it could happen. It could happen. Anything. It's with the back four for Cagliari, out on that far right-hand side. Picked up by the number 8. Played in field. Morris says. Donkeys have sharp shoulders. How many donkeys have you ridden in your lives? Yeah, I have, but not since I was a kid, I don't think. Blackpool Pleasure Beach. But yeah, Morris, how many donkeys have you owned or have you ridden? Right foot across into the penalty area, and nobody is there for Cagliari. You're not going to score if there's nobody in the penalty area. Oh, basics, Cagliari. Go back to basics, my friends. The manager, Walter, I think he was, you know, when I said he was bent over like that, I hope I was wrong, but it looked like he was having an heart attack. And I'm not surprised watching some of this from Cagliari. Here come Napoli down that left-hand side, played in field, picked up by the number 7, played back out onto that near left-hand side. They've got space on the right if they can find it. He's walking with the ball now. 4 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go in this game. It is going to be the home team that come away with all 3 points tonight. I am absolutely certain of that now. Absolutely certain of that. And Napoli play it all the way back to the centre-back. Picked up by the left-back. Plays it back to the centre-back. Inside the centre circle. Back to the left-back. Out onto that left-hand side. Clipped over the top. Down the wing. Not picked up though, not picked up. It wasn't read. The pass wasn't read. Absolutely, I'll second that, Morris. Yeah. Do you know what? I haven't ridden a horse for years and years and years, and that is coming from an ex-jockey. But they are amazing, huge, powerful, strong, beautiful creatures. Yep, you can't beat a horse. You really can't. And it's going to be a corner kick to Napoli in the dying minutes of this game. Can they sign, seal and deliver it with a 3-0 win? It's out on that far left-hand side. Do you know what? We've hardly had any corners. It's very weird. But just a small statistic. Every single corner in the second half has come from the far left-hand side and not from the right-hand side. Very, very strange. And that happened almost most of the first half. Right-footed cross into the penalty area. But good clearance by the centre-back there. Right-footed shot from about 30 yards out. Picked up by Napoli. The shot took a deflection. Napoli have the ball and foul given in way of Cagliari. 2.5 minutes to go. They've got to just wallop that ball forward and go for the gut of Napoli right now. There's no other way to go. And now Napoli are making a substitution. Off comes Fabian. On comes Demi. Fabian is off. Demi is on for Napoli in the 88th minute of this game. Again, getting a huge congratulations and hug. You know, at the end of the day, they've got the points. It wasn't a very impressive display by the home team here tonight, by the leaders in Serie in any way, shape or form. But at the end of the day, it's about getting the win. It's about getting the points on the board, you know, and that's what Gareth Southgate said a lot in the European Championships. It is frustrating for the Napoli fans, and it was frustrating for us English fans. But at the end of the day, it's about getting the job done and getting those 3 points in the bag and getting yourself on top of the table. I don't think that they'll have it all their own way when they go against Fiorentina in their upcoming game. A left-footed shot from Cagliari. And it takes a wicked deflection, but here they come again. There's a lot of shirts in the penalty area. Why didn't they play like that? Get the cross in. There's 4 shirts waiting for it inside that penalty area. Stop messing about with it. They're trying to walk it in and they lose it. And it goes all the way back to the halfway line. Honestly, like I said, the creators of their own demise tonight. They've got a lot to learn. The manager, before they face Venezia next week, they've got a lot of work to do, and that manager needs to sit each individual player down and ask them if they really want to be at the team, because some of them have shown as if they're not interested. Right-footed cross into the penalty area and straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Into the final minute of this game, guys. 30 seconds to go. It is Napoli 2, Cagliari 0. I nearly said 1 then. They should have at least got 1, but they've been awful. And it's 3-on-2. Here come Napoli. Can they wrap it up? On the edge of the area. Left-footed shot. Goalkeeper goes down to his left-hand side. And a beautiful save by the goalkeeper as we've reached the final 15 seconds of this game. Oh, my goodness. It was the number 37. Left-footed shot. Goalkeeper going down. Quick reactions there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the 90 minutes. We're going to get 3 minutes? Where on earth did he get that from? Seriously, there haven't been any injuries in this second half. I tell you, these fourth officials just make up so much BS. None of them can even tell the time. You can imagine their wives at home going, "What's the time, Roger?" And them going, time? Where do I get that? What time? Time for what? What's it time for? Do you know what I mean? Honestly, the fourth officials do not have a blooming clue how to tell the time. And it frustrates me. And it's on the edge of the area now. And Napoli have just won a free kick about 20 yards from goal. Now, this is a really good opportunity to kill this game off. It's already dead anyway. But to kill this game off and get a little bit extra in the bank on that goal difference.
And I said, "Who is?" And she said, "My big boy Jojo, pure black Persian draft horse."
Persian. Beautiful.
Persian draft.
There's Persians.
Percheron.
Maybe it's my mistake. I don't know. Jojo? Was that the name? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You'll have to send me a picture, darling. You'll have to send me a picture. It'll bring back lots of fond memories. Black Magic Smoking Joe. Love the name. Love the name. Even Black Magic on his own is great, but Smoking Joe as well. Smoking Joe as well. And they took a short free kick and it amounted to nothing. We've got 1 minute of the 3 added on left in this game. It's almost all over. Don't forget tomorrow evening we've got Venezia against Torino. We're back in Serie A, so that'll be another good game, I hope. Maybe even a few more goals than the 2 that we've had here this evening. But I'm not going to complain because we have had 2 goals. If it was 0-0, then I would be complaining. But I'm not going to complain. And Napoli play it all the way back to their goalkeeper in the final minute of this match here tonight. It's been an amazing weekend. 6 games we've covered over the 2 days. It's been absolutely awesome. The support has been unrelentless. It's been magnificent, and I want to, give each and every single one of you who supported us over this weekend and previously, of course, a huge, massive thank you from me and Sarah. Yeah, Percheron. Okay. Right, 15 seconds to go, guys. And it's with the back 4 of Napoli. They chip it forward, over the top, down that left-hand side. He's running into the penalty area. He's all on his own. The Napoli player, there's nobody in there to support him. He plays it back onto the edge of the area. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there goes the final whistle. It is all over here at the 𝓳𝓸𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰 Stadium here in Napoli this evening. It's not been the best game in the world, but it hasn't been bad. And I'm so pleased that we have had the opportunity to share our Sunday evening with all of you amazing people out there in the wonderful world of YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. You guys absolutely rock. Like I said, tomorrow, 7:45 BST time, Venezia against Torino. And if you haven't already, smash that notification bell so at least tomorrow evening you'll get that notification. And of course, we've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn, and we'll be setting up the week's timetable of football first thing tomorrow morning. Guys, I want to say a huge, massive, humongous thank you to each and every single one of you. This has been Sarah, I've been Glenn, and you've been amazing. Good night.